together. So, welcome, Starfish. Welcome, Difference Makers. I am going to start something a little bit new as we are moving into this. So, if you're joining us live, welcome for our weekly Difference Makers discussions. And we post these live in our our Facebook group, which is a private Facebook group for business owners that want to align their work and personal life. And so they're looking for that work-life alignment. And that's really important because being able to show up and fulfill your purpose on a daily basis, without doing that, you're risking your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your physical health. And so to be able to, especially during this time, have the permission to pour more into your self-care and pour more into the focus around your purpose is very important. So if you're interested and not already in that Difference Makers group on Facebook, drop me a message on Instagram, direct message me on Facebook or Instagram. We'll make sure that you get an invite into that group. It is a private group. But as long as you meet and fulfill that idea of you wake up in the morning and you want to spend as much time in that space of fulfilling your purpose and making a difference in this world, I think that you will find a welcoming community in there. And really, the most incredible part of that community is the community itself. It's not these videos, it's not the motivational quotes, it's not, the articles that are shared, it's the community, it's the people that show up and say, hey, here's what I'm dealing with right now, and the individuals that come in and comment behind them and support them and say, you're not in this alone, here's how I got through it, the experience share, or just, hey, I'm going through the same thing and I have no idea what to do. So that's the Difference Makers Discussions group. And then also you can subscribe on YouTube and you'll have access to all of the videos that we have recorded over the past 3 years. So that's all there for you. If you are a professional or a business owner that wants to align your passion, your purpose, then you're in the right place. So the second thing I want to do is, we had this conversation about celebrating, and I want to share with you a review of our company. And this particular one is about me as a speaker. And I am doing this because I'm hoping that you will join me in this practice. So I'm hoping that you send me a link or put it in the comments of somebody who has said something about how you add value to their life and their world. And I think it's really important, especially right now, that we are celebrating our victories. So if you give me a review, I'm going to give you the same shout out. And then what I'm also going to do is that if we share your review live on our Live with Money on Wednesdays, I will send you the business or life alignment book of your choice. So you can say, Bunny, send me whatever you want to send me your favorite one of the moment, or send me this one, and I'm going to do that for you, because if you're kind enough to help leave a review that helps others know how to have the motivation and the support, and that they can make the world a better place, because that's really what these reviews are their success stories, right? And so if you're kind enough to leave a review on LinkedIn or on Facebook or wherever else you would like to leave a review, then I want to celebrate that vulnerability of you putting yourself out there. So our first review that we're going to start with this, and we're going to do this weekly, but our first review is from Laura Bowser. So she's the content development producer, HR expert, author, and organizational development executive. And Laura wrote to me in a review on LinkedIn and said, as a speaker, Bunny combines her deep knowledge of human psychology with her natural ability to disarm audiences through her genuine vulnerability and natural comedic timing. If you get the opportunity to experience Bunny, come prepared to discover yourself and expect the unexpected. I feel so fortunate to have participated in one of Bunny's retreats where I discovered her ability to naturally facilitate and coach. Bunny will change the way you see yourself. On stage, Bunny provides tools and approaches that she, as an entrepreneur and leader, uses every day. So that helps you as the community know what to expect from our company and from interactions with me. And me reading that provides me with a little bit more energy to continue to fulfill and do the things that I do. And then more important than that is by me sharing that with you, now I hope that you go and you find your wins, and you have them, even if they're not posted on the website, or if they're not posted on your social media right now, you probably have, thank you notes. Let's look over here for a second. So, these are my thank you notes, and I leave them there because, we need reminders. We need reminders that when we get, kicked down, and when there's another news briefing that sidetracks our success, that we come back and we say, you know what, I'm going to focus on this. I'm not going to focus on the rest of the noise. I'm going to focus on those thank you notes that are on that board, and I'm going to focus on those reviews, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, because if I make a difference to one person today, then today was worth it. So I also have a sign in my office that says, if I can make one person pee their pants today, it was a good day. So if either of those things happen, if you find one sentence, one word through this that you can align with to make your day better and to help you make the world a better place, then being able to fulfill this and do this, and on your entrepreneurial journey, on your professional journey, then it's completely worth it. So today we're going to talk briefly about what inspires you. So your job is to be able to put in the comments. So I see Justin on Instagram waving, sending love your way. I'm guessing, Justin, your response is going to be hockey, just knowing you, that inspiration that you get from roller skating and how good you are at it. And the kids that I know that you have taught lessons and, vulnerability moment. Justin made me a better roller skater when I was much younger. I don't know that I could still roller skate today, although it would be hilarious if I tried. So, but what inspires you, and what motivates you? And it's not just a who inspires you, but it's definitely what inspires you as well. So I get Medium links in my inbox every morning, and sometimes those inspire me. Sometimes I don't want to go and get lost down that rabbit hole, but I'll tell you one of the things that 100% inspires me. My grandfather's entrepreneurial story of going bankrupt and then coming back and, finding money from a private funding source to start another company, and all because he wanted to provide for his family, and he wanted to do it with the freedom to be able to be there for his kids. That's inspirational to me. The reviews that you send me, like the one that I just shared with you with Laura, that inspires me. Seeing people 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years. I mean, Justin's from 20 years ago in my life, and what they're doing now, and how they have not, they've had this relentless pursuit of their passion and making their dream life a reality. That inspires me. Something else that inspires me is being able to have that affirmation, to be able to say to yourself that, you're going to get this done. I'm inspired by the affirmations that others share with me. I'm inspired by writing my own affirmations. I'm inspired by the Instagram success stories. Bree's on Instagram right now. Girl, your vulnerability and sharing your postnatal pregnancy or postnatal photos and your fitness journey, that vulnerability and that authenticity is inspirational AF. And to be able to have a tribe that I'm surrounded with that is not on social media complaining, that's not on social media whining, that's not on social media bringing, the focus down, but rather shining light and elevating and saying, in despite it all, here's what we're getting done. I think that's amazing. That's inspirational to me. And I also find inspiration in certain past leaders, but you could say Brene Brown, you could say all of these names. For RVA Mike Share, I was paired with Sheba Williams, which was completely divine intervention. And she is inspirational as all get out. Listen to her speak about the things that she has overcome, and the challenges and obstacles. That what's inspirational to me is that she never says look at all these things that I've overcome. It's just like her status quo. Like she just keeps going. So those are the things that inspire me. And I want to know in the comments what inspires you, what gets you up in the morning, what continues to make you fulfill your purpose. Like, why do you keep getting up at 5 a.m. to slay your fitness goals? And for the 99% of the rest of us, why do you get it up at 8 a.m. other than coffee? And then here's my exercise for you. I want you to take a moment, and if you had 2 to 5 things to say to your ideal client that would inspire them, what would those 2 to 5 things be? So just put 2 of them in the comments. You can do it live right now. You can do it after the fact, whenever is good for you. I want to know what you would say. And here's a hint. It's probably the exact things that you needed to say to yourself or that someone said to you, hopefully, about 5 years ago, about 2 years ago, maybe about 6 months ago, when all of this economic and stuff hit. We had the choice to crawl under a rock. And one of my coaches said, you're a business therapist. You're uniquely qualified to help people handle crisis. You've done crisis intervention for a living, and now you're just doing it in an organizational and company perspective. So if you accept that this is it, and this is going to be the gut punch, and that your company may not recover, then that's what will happen. I think they pulled a Henry Ford and said, whether you can or whether you cannot, either way, you're right. And you know what? We can, and we are, and we will. So I'm going to continue to be here to hopefully provide a community that inspires you. And I'm getting love on Instagram. Have fun, enjoy, celebrate, and be present for the little things. Abso-freaking-lutely. I wrote my daughter a postcard last night just to let her know that her patience and tolerance with the 3-year-old that can only be described as chaos in a really cute fat bundle, is inspirational to me. So I find inspiration in my 9-year-old. So that's the thing that I want to know is what inspires you. And then also, like, with that, how do you capture that? How do you capture that? How do you celebrate that? And how do you share it with your community? So I shared that all with you today. So I capture it through reviews online. I get thank you letters. I get thank you emails, and I print them out. And I make sure that I put them up, not on a brag wall, but on that wall that I need to go to when I need to restore my energy and I need to get that inspiration. So how do you capture that? How do you celebrate it, right? So all of those cards would mean nothing unless I went to them and I celebrated it. Like I just celebrated you, and I'm committing to celebrate it every single week. So if you leave a review, if you, leave something to celebrate, then I'm going to send you a book. I'm going to send you any book you want, or you can let me pick. And then how do you share it with your community? And I just did that today. So I just shared with you Laura's review that she left on LinkedIn. That inspired me. Shared it with my community, and I'm celebrating it. I'm celebrating all of you. You guys make the world a better place. I appreciate that you let me be here for you every single week, that you reach out to me, that you're authentic, that you're vulnerable. And even if you're not DMing me, even if you're not leaving comments, I know you're there, and I appreciate you being there and continuing to show up. So, love you all. Thanks for making the world a better place. I'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to message me. Let me know what other topics you want. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the Starfish Stories. If you're not already on our Starfish Stories email list, let me know, and I'll make sure that you get on there. So, thank you. Talk to you. Stay safe. Stay sane.